Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the It's Hard to Explain podcast. This is a bonus episode of sorts, so it's not going to be as long as your regularly scheduled programming, but us three boys went and saw the new Deadpool versus Wolverine, or Deadpool and Wolverine, whatever you want to call it.
Yep, it's me, Ethan, and Kagan.
Yep.
Jake, Kagan, and Ethan.
Yep.
Well, and
Adam was currently out of commission.
yeah, Kayla went with us too, but we couldn't get a hold of Adam to get his recording equipment, so she had to sit this one out, unfortunately.
Which
So
sucks. She was
it's-
excited about this one. So.
We've got a vacant seat.
Yeah, so it's just us three, but we're going to just give a review of it and honestly just talk about how we feel about all three in general and maybe shit on Marvel a little bit.
All three Deadpool movies.
Yeah.
So this is like a review / talk about Deadpool and Wolverine, which is the third third Deadpool movie, and
Yeah.
it just came out. So heavy spoilers ahead.
Yeah,
So if you don't want to hear any spoilers and you want to go see the movie and then come back here, that's completely fine.
Yep.
Or you can just skip this one if this isn't your thing, and you can check out our previous episodes or wait for our next couple.
all
It's
right.
up to you. No hard feelings.
So, boys, how do we feel about the movie?
I
loved it. I loved it.
I thought it kicked ass
It was
too.
fucking
By
awesome.
far
At-
the best Deadpool movie.
In the beginning was probably one of my favorite parts.
I will say that the beginning of this movie is probably one of my favorite openings to a movie. Period. It's great.
He goes and digs up Wolverine. The
He
TVA.
digs up Wolverine from Logan.
Yeah.
He was making some point about healing factors and like that's not how that works. And then he digs them up and he's like, "You look very passed away right now."
And of
it's
course,
just his adamantium coated skeleton.
it's Wolverine, so his bones are made of, or they're coated in adamantium. So
Yeah.
the TVA shows up and tries to stop Deadpool, and he uses Wolverine's
They're
body as a fucking weapon. And
They're
it's
like-
awesome.
They're like, surrender your weapons. He's like, I'm not going to surrender my weapons, but I promise I won't use them on you. So he just uses every bone
in Logan's body.
in Logan's body.
There's
He
at one
uses-
point where he was like slinging around his spine and his skull as like a club. It
Yeah.
was awesome, dude.
used
And
his
he did
fingers.
all of this while was it Beastie Boys in the background?
No.
Or was it what was it?
Shoot, it was a boy band.
A boy band.
My dad used to
cannot
listen
remember.
to them.
I don't
What were
remember.
they?
I can't either. I feel so bad that I can't remember.
Backstreet Boys?
It might have been It wasn't
I think
Backstreet
that's
Boys. But what was the song called?
Ba, 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 or
Ain't
something
no
like that.
lie.
Bye
Baby,
bye.
bye,
Yeah,
bye,
yeah. I
bye,
fucking
bye.
love that. Deadpool's dancing along to it. It's great. It's great.
And he's killing these people to the song.
I love.
Like
I
it's
love
on
it.
beat and everything.
At the end, when he just bounces his sword off the ground and stabs the
I
dude in
love
the
that.
face.
Keep my country's name out your fucking mouth.
And my sword.
I like the part when they're celebrating his birthday and the TVA agents show up outside of his door. And
Pegging's nothing new for me, friendo. But
Yeah.
it is for Disney.
Winks at audience.
and he's like, I don't like you. He's like, good, let's keep that energy. Let's move it down the hallway. We're doing it angry.
Move it down the hallway so we avoid a mess on aisle asshole.
Yeah, we're doing it angry.
We're doing it angry. So the first two Deadpool movies, you've both seen both of them, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of
I
course.
love both of them.
I do too.
They're great. They have like a humor about them that's like it's awesome. I love it.
Personally,
What was the one line where the dude who bedazzles his jeans is like, I don't have a cat. And he's like, then whose kitty litter did I just shit?
Yeah, I think that
I
was the
thought that
first
was
one.
funny.
Yeah.
it was the
Yeah.
first one where he's like a stalker or whatever. The pizza dude's like a stalker, so he goes to that one guy's house where he knows he's making a delivery.
Yeah.
And
And
Wade's a hitman in that one, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's a hitman for hire.
That's before he was Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he gets he gets there and he's like, "How'd you get in my house?" And he just doesn't answer him. And he's like, "I didn't order pizza." And he's like, "No, but I did." Olive and pineapple, sweet and salty.
This is Marvel Studios' first R-rated movie too, and it ties in all of Deadpool's movies in the Fox universe, right, into the MCU now. So all of it is canon. I'm pretty sure every MCU, or not even MCU movie, every Marvel movie, period, is connected to the MCU now.
Yeah, but it's like through the multiverse.
Right.
So it's not in the same
But all of them,
timeline.
yeah, but all of them, all the movies are canon, correct?
Yeah, but I think they're kind of reverting on that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say they've scrapped the Fox universe and Sony and all that, and they're going to reboot the X-Men with the just the regular MCU.
I was gonna say that.
confusing to me, but go ahead.
I was gonna say
agree.
the Sam Raimi Spider-Man wasn't canon, but I forgot about No Way Home. So
It
I was
is
like,
now,
I was
yeah.
like, I'm just gonna shut up because that's.
And I mean, that is one thing that bothered me is I thought this movie was supposed to bridge the gap between Fox and the MCU, and then just keep Ryan Reynolds Deadpool.
I mean, I could be wrong. They
No,
may
I
be-
think you're right, because remember at the end of this movie, the director of the TV, I can't remember her name, but Deadpool was like, he was talking about Wolverine. He was like, some awful shit happened to my buddy's universe. Could you reverse that? And she said no. And then he said, what about all these people that risked their life or whatever trying to get us here? You know,
Yeah.
talking about Blade and Elektra and X-23.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anybody other than X-23 made it out of that little group, though.
yeah,
That's
I
what I'm
didn't-
confused about. So.
Yeah, I want to say they survived, but I don't.
For
I don't-
what?
I don't know.
I don't know, but I think the Wolverine, because it's not the same Wolverine as the Logan Wolverine. That's
No, it's a different one.
he
from
goes
a different
through a
universe.
bunch of like universes. I like the one where
Oh,
he's-
yeah.
the comic accurate one where he's super tiny.
Yeah, that's the
like
first one he goes
Comic
to.
accurate short king.
Short
Look at you.
Dude, I love that. I love that whole montage, and
I
we
do
get
too.
Henry Cavill as Wolverine, which
Briefly.
people fan
Holy
casted.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Cavalry!
Cavalry. The legends are true.
He's like, you were just leaving.
Yeah, I love that. And before we move on to the Elektra, move away from Elektra and Blade and Gambit.
Gambit
I fucking
was
love
dope.
Channing Tatum as Gambit.
I
dude.
Yes.
I
did
loved
not.
it. Why?
I did not.
Why
I-
did you not like that?
I do not personally. I don't think Channing Tatum's a very good actor.
Oh, really?
I don't hate him. I just I think he's better in movies like 21 Jump Street.
He
And-
definitely gave me, like, Gambit's character in that movie gave me, my name's Jeff,
Yeah.
kind of energy. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just Channing Tatum, though.
I liked it, though. He
I did,
Gambit's voice, what is his voice? Do you guys know?
He's
What's
Creole.
he's Creole?
Yeah,
Creole?
he's from Louisiana.
Okay,
So
okay.
he's got a
So
Creole
he's got,
accent.
yeah,
Yeah,
so.
because you notice he says "licka" or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, he's got a very Creole Southern, like swamp person accent.
swamp.
Damn,
person.
dude.
Louisiana's a fucking swamp,
I
dude.
really liked Channing Tatum as Gambit. I really like Gambit as a character.
Oh, I do too. I think his power's cool. Anything he
It was
touches, he
fucking
can
cool.
Turn to magic or whatever.
turn. He just. I think he fills them. He like fills
It's
them. I'm gonna
some sort of, like,
rephrase that. He powers them.
cosmic energy
He
or
powers them with
Yeah.
like energy, and then he can cause them to explode.
I know our
Yeah.
buddy Alston knows so much about the X-Men.
Oh, Austin
They're his
loves Gambit.
Yeah,
he loves
Gambit. and-
Quicksilver.
Yeah.
Quicksilver is one of my favorites.
But personally, the X-Men Origins Wolverine, the one, that one. I liked Gambit in that one. I don't know.
I can't remember Gambit in that one.
I don't-
And I have to preface, I haven't seen any of the new Fox X-Men movies. I watched the original 3 X-Men movies, and that's it.
I forget who the actor is, but he's hidden stuff.
don't
I
remember
wanted to
there
say
being
he
any-
played Thomas in The Maze Runner, but
look.
I don't think
Thomas
that's,
Brody Singster? No,
I
that's
don't
not
think
him.
it's the same
That's Newt.
guy.
That's Newt.
Yeah, I don't think it's the same guy, so I'm not entirely sure. But I liked him. But I don't know. I feel like Channing Tatum was too buff for Gambit.
I
always
did
imagine-
see that a little bit. He was doing all these flips and stuff, and I mean, there's no reason that a person his size can't do that. But I do know what you're saying. He's kind of stocky. And
Whenever
Gambit
I think
is not
of
that
whenever I
way.
think of Gambit, I think of someone who's got
Tall
more
and
like
scrawny.
got more like Jake's build, where he's got lean muscle instead of like super stocky build, and it's just I don't know.
No, I get what you're saying.
Channing Tatum wanted to play Gambit. He
So
was
bad.
going to have his own
He had a
standalone
movie- yeah,
but
yeah,
they
yeah.
canned it before the script was even complete, which is
sucks.
why, if you notice in Deadpool and Wolverine, he says he thinks he was born in the void.
Oh yeah,
And then Deadpool was talking to no, I think Blade said this. Blade or Elektra said, we didn't even get a chance to fight for ours.
Yeah.
And then Gambit was like, or a chance to want to or something. Like he wanted to, but he never had a universe to save. So
Exactly,
And
yeah.
that sucks too, because Channing Tatum did have a Gambit movie lined up.
Yep.
But the merger stopped it from happening, so they canceled it.
Yep.
The Disney Fox merger canceled it.
So the guy that played Gambit in the movie, his name is Taylor Kitsch.
Can I see him?
He was the main character in John Carter. He played John Carter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
He was the dude that played John Carter. He played in Battleship.
I forget that Battleship was a movie and based off of the hit board game.
And it sucked.
It was not good. I remember they had a lot of like alien mega block. The aliens in that movie, they made like mega blocks out of them.
I thought they were cool, but
they were cool.
Wait.
What?
The movie Battleship was based off of the game Battleship?
Yes.
I thought it was its own
No,
standalone
no,
alien.
no, not at all.
No,
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
They even make
I forgot it was
references
a
to the
movie.
fucking game where he's like, move this ship to E5. And
And I keep forgetting that John Carter is a Disney movie. That movie's like 4 hours long, dude.
And
It
it
seems like a
sucked.
fucking slog, dude.
I liked the aliens, though. I thought they were cool.
yeah.
The little bug flying machines.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know his name, but I thought he played a good Gambit. I don't know why. He just...
I like Channing Tatum as Gambit. It fit. I
I do too.
liked it a
I
lot.
think it was.
I feel like he was trying too hard with the accent, though.
I think that was like part of it too.
part of the point.
Because people know Gambit's accent is like, you know,
Super.
it's pretty extreme. So
Yeah.
It's a little hard to understand.
even Deadpool was like, I mean this to be in the softest way possible, sweetheart. But who is your dialect coach? The Minions. Yeah. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
He's like,
Whenever-
Deadpool was like, "Are you ready?" And then Gambit was like, "I came out of my mom or my dad's ball sack ready," or something like that.
Yeah.
Shout out to my dad's
Shut up! Yeah,
dick ready.
yeah. That was funny.
I like the part where Deadpool's like, what is your power? He said, I play the cards. They go boom.
They go boom. Yeah.
So we've got one guy with up close magic. We're fucked.
We're fucked.
I liked Blade, but the fact that he didn't have a sword kind of pissed me off.
That was weird.
Hell,
Did
he
have
just used a
he had a
knife.
sword in his movie, right?
Yeah, he has like a katana.
And that was like
looking
the original Blade. Like the first Marvel movie was Blade.
The
I'm pretty
first
sure.
live action Marvel movie,
Yes.
I think. Yeah.
Yes.
My dad loved Blade.
Yeah, he has like this cool like looking katana thing.
And he didn't use a sword at all. He
No,
used
he-
like a kukri or
He used
something,
Yeah.
a kukri and some guns.
which is weird.
Yeah. I also forget that Blade is like part vampire.
Yeah.
I was expecting him to just kind of keel over and die when he was stabbed in the chest.
Do you
And then
think
I
they?
was-
Do you think Gambit, Elektra, and Blade survived?
I think if the movie is well received, then they'll find a way to make them come back.
Yeah, but I think the what's the beast's thing in the void? What's his name?
Goliath.
Eliath. Yeah, I think he consumed them.
That's what I was thinking. If
Yeah.
not, then the TVA probably like kept their end of the deal that they made with Deadpool and sent them back to their universes or something. No, their universes were like pruned, right?
Yeah, I think.
They're probably dead then.
That's why they're in the void.
But I could see them bringing Channing Tatum back for a standalone Gambit movie as a different variant of Gambit.
I don't think they'll do a standalone Gambit movie. I think they'll do like a new rebooted X-Men
Dude,
franchise.
apparently the Gambit movie was supposed to be a romantic comedy.
What?
I do not know how that would have turned out, but
Well, he
That's like how-
always is in like
he's like
romantic comedy movies.
I think he's a womanizer, isn't he? Is he not? I don't know much about Gambit, but I love him.
I just
think
like
he
his cool
is.
trench coat.
yeah,
I think he's a womanizer. Yeah.
I think he is. Yeah,
But back to Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, Deadpool and
Enough
Wolverine.
about sucking Gambit's cock too much,
Well,
you know.
Hugh Jackman coming back,
Yeah.
fucking awesome. I'm pretty sure he's staying in the MCU now. I think he's going to be the.
They're
MCU's
gonna make
Wolverine.
you do this till you're
You're
90.
till you're fucking 90.
Do you think they're gonna make another Deadpool?
Maybe
No.
not a Deadpool, but I think they're going to show up in Secret Wars, and I think Kevin Feige confirmed that the next slate of MCU movies are going to be mutant based. So I don't know if that means new X-Men, new standalone X-Men character movies. I don't know, but I don't see there being another Deadpool movie for a while.
Yeah,
I feel
think
like-
it's just gonna be a trilogy.
I was gonna say I feel like this was a good end to the Deadpool story.
I agree. This trilogy has been awesome. I really enjoyed the first one. I really liked the second one, probably not as much as the first one, and I think I like the third one more than both
I
of the
agree.
first.
I will
The
say
third is my favorite.
Yeah.
I will say for me the second one is definitely the weakest.
I like.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. I think I've just seen it too many times. I don't know. Cable was cool, but I didn't like the teenager. I forget his name.
Fire
Fire Fist.
What's his name? Fire Fist? Is that what he called himself? Fire Fist?
I didn't like him. He
Thought it was
bothered
like-
me.
I thought it was like Firestorm or something.
No, it's
Fire
Fire
Fist sounds right.
It was Fire Fist.
That's a lame name.
Yeah, I
He was
just
a lame character.
I don't know. I feel like I thought Cable was neat and all.
I liked Josh Brolin as Cable. That was really cool. And they had Thanos references. It was cool. I liked it a lot. And Domino was cool too. I like Domino.
Yeah,
And
Domino
then you
was
had
cool.
X-Force and all the cameos. You had Bill Skarsgård and
What's your power? I'm lucky. That's not a power. Yes, it is. Let's meet in the middle and say it's not.
Brad Pitt. And I love how they just killed him off and he gets like literally 2 seconds of screen time after he's shocked. He's Vanisher. He gets
Yeah.
shocked to death. Yeah.
Peter,
And then
Rusty.
everybody hates Chris.
Shatterstar.
Everybody no, and he survived. He's like the only one that survived other than Peter, right?
No, he went into a. He did not survive.
Shatterstar's in Deadpool and Wolverine.
That's because
he's up in the.
remember
Did they
at the
bring him
end
back
at the end of Deadpool 2? He
Oh,
used Cable's
okay.
watch, and that's why the TVA came to
We're
him.
naming our kid Cher. I just forgot that. I forgot that they brought Shatterstar back.
Yeah, remember he landed on the helicopter
Yes.
blades.
Yes, and then
He's like, I'm Shatterstar, but people call me Rusty. And they're like, where are you from? He's like, from the planet Awesome.
Yeah.
What's your power? He's like, essentially, I'm better than you at everything.
and then Bill Skarsgård's character gets.
Zeitgeist.
Yeah, he falls in a wood chipper.
And then he spits on Peter.
How did I cannot remember his name right now.
Bedlam?
No, everyone hates Chris. He plays the dad in that
Terry
show.
Crews?
Terry Crews. What character does he play?
Bedlam.
Bedlam. Okay. I completely forgot his name. Yeah, Terry Crews was in there.
I can't remember.
There's
Terry
a lot of
Crews's-
cameos in that movie, man.
He landed, he got hit by a bus, remember?
Speaking of cameos, this Deadpool and Wolverine has a lot of good ones, like Human Torch, Chris Evans's.
I was
Human
fully
Torch.
expecting him to be a Captain America variant.
Really?
Yes.
As soon as I saw it was Chris Evans, I was like, yeah, that's Human Torch.
I
He's gonna say it. He's gonna
I
say
was thinking it was
Avengers,
Captain America. And then,
Flame on.
and then when I saw his
Huh?
hair, I was
Yeah.
like, oh no, that's not Captain America.
Yeah.
I was hoping for a Captain Anarchy variant.
Captain Anarchy.
I was thinking that the battle between Wolverine and Sabretooth would last longer than Wolverine just cutting his head off.
What movie was that Sabretooth from?
The
I wanna
X-Men movies, the
say
old X-Men
It was one of the
movies.
original
I
ones.
thought it was a different actor.
No, it's the same one. He's just older.
Yeah.
Oh.
He was just older. But
Well,
he's
did he ever
from-
have like the long hair in the movies, or was that?
He just didn't have. I don't think he had facial hair. It just wasn't super long. But I remember vividly Sabretooth from the older X-Men movies.
Yeah,
Wasn't
dude.
he experimented on like Logan was, and
I
then that's
think
what
so.
grew his hair and his nails and his eyes turned completely
I
black.
think so. Again, like I'm not very well versed in the Fox X-Men universe. Even X-Men, like X-Men wasn't what I grew up with. So, but I like it. I do.
I liked X-Men because ever since I was little, I've always had a fascination with Wolverine.
Yeah.
I was really hoping that we'd see Liev Schreiber Sabretooth from the X-Men Origins movie.
Who?
He played.
I haven't seen any of the newer Fox movies.
You haven't seen X-Men Origins Wolverine?
Is that part of the like Days of Future Past? And
No.
I don't know anything about these movies, dude.
Have you seen
I've seen
the Wolverine?
I've seen the first Wolverine movie. I've seen Logan. I've seen X-Men Last Stand and X-Men 2, I think.
You haven't seen the one where he fights the samurai?
that
No.
one was garbage.
I liked that one. Okay,
I-
you
Yeah.
just liked Samurai.
I like Wolverine. Okay, I like all the Wolverine movies.
I didn't like it. I thought it was the dumbest thing ever.
I thought the plot was kind of goofy, but I thought it was cool.
I didn't like a lot of the X-Men movies. I don't know if that's like a.
Yeah, they didn't
An
follow
opinion
a
that'll get you
formula. They just
crucified.
kind of
I
Improvised.
enjoyed Last Stand because I grew up watching that one a lot, and then Logan was fucking great. I love Logan.
Logan
dude.
was the best Wolverine
I
movie.
love Logan.
There are a few older ones that I like.
Yeah.
Days of Future Past, Apocalypse, and then there's one other.
Days of Future Past, Apocalypse, and Dark Phoenix.
No,
No.
Dark Phoenix was garbage.
I have not seen Dark Phoenix.
Didn't she kill Xavier, and then somehow he has his twin brother that's like brain dead, and he transfers his consciousness into him?
Wrong person to ask, man.
I thought
Like that was the
I thought
dumbest
Xavier's
thing
brother
ever.
was fucking Juggernaut.
Yeah.
He is. He's Juggernaut.
Apparently, he's got siblings like crazy.
It wouldn't surprise me. He has
Chuck.
he has his twin sister who tried to kill him in the room, who was the main villain, which I didn't really care for her.
What's her name?
I liked her.
Nova.
Cassandra Nova.
Cassandra Nova.
I didn't really care for her
I like
character.
the actress. I mean, she's cool. She did well. I mean, it was not like an A-list villain. It's not top 5 villain. She was an okay villain. Definitely better than someone like fucking
Apocalypse.
No, I was thinking about Aldrich Killian. Is that his name?
Aldrich Killian,
Aldrich Killian in Iron Man 3.
i.e. the Mandarin.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Mandarin.
I
Yeah.
feel like the Mandarin was
Dude,
wasted.
the MCU there are so many characters that have been wasted in the MCU,
Agree.
dude.
Ultron,
I could go
Mandarin,
on. I could go on a
fucking
whole ass night.
Taskmaster.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Didn't they make Taskmaster like a woman that didn't speak at all?
Yeah, a woman that was like, just copied your moves or whatever.
It's like I mean they got that part correct because that's what Taskmaster does. Is he just
He
kind of
does copy moves.
Right.
he copies anything
Yep.
that he can. Like, and he says, "I have a photo reflective memory, so anything you do, I can do too."
Then he refused to copy Moon Knight's fighting style just because he takes the hits. No
Moon
matter
Knight
what.
doesn't block hits; he just takes them
He
head on.
tanks
That's
them and
badass.
he charges at him.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a comic about that where Kingpin is like talking about, I hired Taskmaster to deal with Moon Knight, and it was just, you could just see Kingpin's face was just this deadpan poker face, and you could just see the audio, the speech bubbles of like, he's like, quit just taking the punches head on, because he was just. And he was like, this fight went on for 4 hours. And they were just throwing punches back and forth until one of them passed out. This fight went on for 4 hours.
Speaking
Hell
of
yeah.
fights lasting forever, the fight scene where it lasted 8 hours between Wolverine and Deadpool was awesome.
Are you talking about in the Honda Odyssey?
Yes, where
I
he ends up
love
being
that
wrapped up
scene.
like
That
a
lasted
mummy.
8
I love-
hours?
It was
Oh my
from like afternoon to morning.
I love that scene, dude. He's like, I was wrong. The Honda Odyssey fucks hard. I love that
That he-
scene so much.
Wolverine roasted the shit out of him. Like, the fact that you couldn't even make a stripper fall in love with you was low. And I would say to kill yourself, but it's a goddamn crime that you can't. And it's a joke that God played on everyone but you.
He said, I forgot if this was before or after that exact quote, but Wolverine was like, what, you got nothing to say? Mouth? And then he says, I'm going to fight you now.
now.
No,
No,
it's-
he
I think
says,
it's before
like-
that. He says, one more word.
He says
and he
like
said,
gubernatorial or something like that.
Gubernatorial.
gubernatorial.
He's like, I'm going to fight you now.
I love that.
I like the
scene
part where
so
he
much.
throws him out the windshield and then he breaks his arm and he's like, no. And he
Like,
breaks it and he goes,
That's probably, I was going to ask you guys what your favorite scene was. That's
That was-
one of mine.
That was probably mine.
I love that scene, minus the opening. I love that Honda Odyssey
That
scene.
is a hard question to answer. Either when he puts on his Wolverine mask and massacres like the
Variant
100
Deadpools.
variant
100 variants
Deadpools,
of Deadpool, yeah.
or when he's fighting Deadpool in the Void when they first get there. Because I like when he draws his claws out and he crawls like a feral animal
dude.
at him.
That's like comic accurate too.
Yeah.
he's like, get on your good get out your good socks, nerds. But it's about to get good.
It's about to get good.
I love any fight scene between Deadpool and Wolverine in that
Yeah.
movie, and I love their dynamic because they beat the shit out of each other because they because they have the regenerative ability.
They can't die.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
at the end when he's like, you have to pull the wires, but it would kill you. And he just said, I can live with that. Yeah, I can too.
That's another thing too, Ethan. The cowl
Yeah.
for Wolverine. The first time that I watched it, I think Ethan and I have seen it twice by now. The first time I watched the movie, when that scene happened, I completely forgot he had a cowl up until he was reaching back to grab it.
Yeah, and he
I was
put it
like,
on.
as soon as he reached back, I was like, oh my god,
It
what?
looked so good.
I think it looked really good.
With the facial hair and it's just his...
Kagan?
He looked like Wolverine.
I loved it.
It
Kagan?
looked too CGI for me.
Too
Oh my
CGI.
God.
Was it the eyes?
Yes.
Okay.
It was the eyes.
I will say the eyes looked a little big, just a little.
They looked, I don't know, compared to everything else, it just, the eyes
see what
looked
you
out
mean.
of place.
I see
The
what you mean.
cowl looked good.
The
Like,
thing that was bothering me the most about his entire outfit, and I love all of it, but the thing that bothered me the most was the raised traps on the suit. Did you guys notice that?
like the shoulder pads?
Yes, they were like raised up, like right here where his traps are, and it kind of threw me off a little bit.
I didn't really pay attention to
Neither
this.
did I. I liked it when it had sleeves, honestly. I thought the sleeves were...
I'm glad we got both sleeveless and
I
with
like
sleeves.
that the sleeveless just came from them fighting each other for 8 hours and
And
they just
the-
got
and the-
torn to shreds.
in the Honda Odyssey.
Yeah.
yeah.
You can see his arm pads and all that just like broken and all over the place in the car.
And his arms are just covered in blood. So they're just laying there.
What did you guys think about Nice Pool?
I thought
He was
He's
hilarious.
a joke character, but I love him.
I thought it was funny at the end. He's like, how long does it take you to regenerate? And he goes, regenerate?
I could do fourth wall breaks too. Looks at the audience. The proposal.
That's all he
Whatever that
says.
meant.
Whatever that meant.
He's like, he died a hero. You got him killed, you dumb fuck.
Where's your
He
mask?
said he died a hero. He said he died a murder, you dumb fuck.
Guys, come on.
Come on. Yeah, where's your... At first, whenever I saw that suit, I was like, oh, he has like a nano mask. He's going to like touch his fucking neck. And
Yeah, or like the
it's
back
gonna-
of his
yeah.
ear, and it just.
I thought...
I
yeah.
did
But he
like
didn't
nice-
have a mask because it was Ryan Reynolds.
I did like Nice Pool's outfit though. I like the way it looked.
Oh,
with
yeah.
the- like it looked like it had actual armor padding on it.
Yeah.
But then again, I feel like if you're immortal, you don't really need.
He's not immortal.
I'm not talking about him, just
Okay.
Deadpool in general. If you're immortal, you don't really need the padding.
What did he say? He was like, "Why are you so nice?" And Nice Pool was like, "Being kind.
It costs
It
nothing.
costs
to
nothing
be
to be
nice.
kind."
also
And then
costs nothing
Wolverine
to shut
says,
the fuck
yeah,
up.
yeah, he says, "Shut the fuck up." Is
What,
also
then he
free.
says something to Logan. He says something in a different language. I can't
Nice
remember.
Pool
Yeah. I can't
says
remember.
something in a different language.
Yeah, he says like a catchphrase or something. I don't know.
And then what does Logan say?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
I think they just move on to the next scene.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't know if they missed it, but in the trailer, he's like, "Can you put your mask on?" He's like, "It's hard to eat with it on." He's like, "Well, it's hard to eat without it on."
Yeah, I think that was exclusively like a trailer clip.
I was like, "Why? That would have been funny," because it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
his
that was
face does
funny.
look like a testicle with teeth, but
your face looks like an avocado had sex with an older, uglier avocado.
Uglier avocado. What does Al say at the end, Kagan? She says, I'm as mad as an angry vibrator or
she's
something
like,
like that.
"Do you have any coke on you? I'm shaking
Yeah.
worse than an angry
Vibrator,
vibrator."
When he gets her to pet the dog, she touches the tongue. She's like, "Oh, motherfucker!"
Motherfucker.
Dude, the ugly dog. I forget her name.
Dog pool, Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Mary Poppins.
Mary
That's
Poppins,
what it was. Dog pool. I liked whenever they were killing the Deadpools, and when they all regenerated, that one's had baby arms.
And he tried to do yeah.
They didn't even
Hi.
meet. They just hi.
Overall, I thought this movie, in terms of Marvel has kind of been stinking lately. I know.
Have you caught up with all the Marvel stuff?
I don't need to. I've seen enough to know.
That's what I don't
that
like, man. You
that-
got to watch it before you.
I'm not watching Miss Marvel. I refuse to
I
watch.
mean, I don't
Miss Marvel.
blame you.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
watching
feel like
She-Hulk.
Kevin Feige and the Russo brothers realized that they can't let others have that kind of control of like writing and all that, so they had to step back in.
Yeah.
And they're having to rework some stuff.
Yeah, the Russo brothers came back, and now the Avengers 5 and 6 finally have a director, and it's
Yeah.
the Russo brothers,
We are
which
so
is
back.
which is good. And also, at the time of this recording, Robert Downey Jr.
I don't
was
know how-
confirmed to come back to the MCU as Doctor Doom.
I don't know how I feel about
I
that.
don't either.
Someone suggested Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy would be pretty fucking good, actually.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be pretty good.
That would be
Either
great.
Adam Driver or Cillian Murphy, in my opinion.
I would love that, actually.
Yeah, Cillian Murphy, because it's like, but we already know Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man, so whenever I see him, that's
just
all I'm
don't-
gonna see is
I
just
don't
Iron Man.
like. Obviously, he's going to be a variant. But
Is he
like,
going to be like a multiversal threat again?
probably.
well, Doctor Doom's always been kind of a big bad.
Well, they
of
were
the
going to do
Marvel
Kang.
universe.
They were going to do Kang, but Jonathan Majors got fired,
because
So
he
they had to
decided
scrap
to
the Kang.
so they had to scrap
because he
Kang.
decided to assault a woman.
which sucks, dude. Because Ant-Man 3, Kang is the main villain in that one, and he is great in that movie, dude. Say what you want about
He was
that
like
movie,
the
but he's
only
great.
good thing of that movie.
Yeah, he's great. He was a great Kang.
I gotta say, the last Marvel movie I enjoyed was
No Way Home.
I liked Endgame, like No Way Home. I liked Shang-Chi. I thought Shang-Chi was good.
Black Panther 2 was good.
Shang-Chi was very good.
I was neutral on Black Panther.
Yeah, I
2.
didn't care for Black Panther.
I watched it. I thought the lady I thought the lady that played Shuri did a good job. You know, I thought Namor, is that his name?
Namor was a good villain. I
I thought he
I
was
thought,
all right.
yeah.
But I feel like my problem with the Black Panther movies is it just kind of.
I mean, the first one is just Lion King.
I might get into an argument with this, but I feel like
It is.
Yeah.
The first Black Panther movie is just Lion King.
I feel like the plot of it
Remember.
is like the entire first movie. They're trying so desperately to keep their technology out of the hands of people outside of Wakanda. Then at the end of the movie, they're just like, "All right, here you go. Here's our technology, everyone."
Here's your vibranium.
Well, I mean,
And it just, I feel like it's like, so
With that-
all of that happened for nothing.
not necessarily with that movie. It was like them learning to
Accept it.
to accept the outside
Yeah.
society, because for years, like generations, Wakandans had been
Isolated.
they kept to themselves. They were isolated, hidden from the world with their own materials and shit. The vibranium.
Yeah.
I get vibranium and adamantium mixed.
Yeah.
But yeah, that whole movie was about them accepting and helping others. That's the whole point of it.
The plot of the second one is just that, but worse, because it's like Namor was like, you used to protect our oceans, or whatever, and then humans started exploring our oceans, and then they were like, we're not going to protect your oceans, and then they're like, okay, we'll protect your oceans. It's like,
I was about to say,
why was that a whole issue?
Wasn't that whole plot like Namor was like, share, and then the Wakandans was like,
No.
no, and then he said, I'm gonna fight you now, or something like that. I've only seen the movie once. But
Basically what I picked up was Namor was like, hey, can y'all go back to like protecting the ocean, please? Because humans are trespassing, and we don't like that. And Wakanda was basically just like, nah. And then at the end of the movie, they're like, okay, we'll do it. Because Shuri beat his ass and ripped off some of his wings.
that was a badass fight, dude. I like that fight at the end.
I don't know. I just feel like that whole plot. I hate plots that are like that, where it's like they're in the beginning they fight so hard to go against it, and then they're just like, okay, we'll do it. It's like, why did
What's the point?
What was the?
I will say plots for a lot of the recent Marvel movies have been very hit or miss, especially like Multiverse of Madness.
Yes.
Especially right after WandaVision, because they basically retconned the end of WandaVision, or the entirety of it, with Scarlet Witch's inclusion and her whole storyline about wanting her kids.
That's what pissed me off. Is she's
And
like,
then-
she realized that her children were not real.
Yeah.
But then in the whole Multiverse of Madness, she's like, I want my boys, and they're like, they never existed.
I mean,
and she's like, they will.
Well,
I
at the
get
end of
it.
WandaVision, there's an end credit scene where she's reading through that dark book that Agatha
The
had.
Darkhold,
Yeah.
I think it's called. See,
So
I
it
did
makes
forget about
sense.
that. It does, but then they made her the villain, when the entire time in the MCU, her whole arc was like being a good guy. Like going back
Yeah,
to that conversation
that's-
with Hawkeye in Age of Ultron, he was
That's
like,
fair.
"You're an Avenger. You help people now."
Yeah,
And
I get that. I mean,
but yeah, I digress.
And
though.
she just became bad for children that weren't even hers,
I guess you could say the motherly instinct took over for children that don't exist.
that never existed, that she created herself with her fucking.
That does
witch
kind of
powers.
suck though,
Twinkly
because you have
fingers.
like an infinite number of universes, but the one, I think Earth 616 just happens to be the only Earth where she doesn't have kids.
Yeah,
That was the whole thing. So
Why not just get piped down and have kids? It's really not that
but
hard.
she wanted to do that with Vision.
Yep.
Well, womp womp, I guess. Vision fucking got his fucking K Jewelers rock ripped out of his
K
head.
Jewelers.
Yeah. Thanos said, I'm going to need that to ice out my wrist, bro.
I want that.
He said, "You're." He said, "It's time to clean that gem. Here, give me that." He took it out and wiped it off and was like, "Oh, he's dead now." Yeah. I will say,
Oh, shit.
the plot. Oh fuck! What was I gonna say? Shit. I was talking about plots. Plots were hit or miss.
They've been very hit or miss.
We'll get back to Deadpool and Wolverine in just a second.
I'm
but
sorry, audience.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. This is kind of a just.
We already
a,
said
just
we are going to
discussion.
talk about Marvel, too.
Yeah.
So.
The trailer for Captain America: Brave New World. I hate the title, but it looks great. Like the movie looks great, and all of the Captain America movies have been awesome. Do you guys
Yeah.
know what the premise of the new movie is going to be?
No.
It's fucking awesome. If you haven't seen Eternals, I don't blame you.
I have. I
But-
liked Eternals.
But
actually.
at the end of the
haven't seen
movie, a Titan named Tiamat is on Earth. It's just laying there in the ocean. And apparently, I don't know if they're still going with this direction or not, but apparently Tiamat is made of adamantium, and the government wants adamantium. So they're trying to mine it off
Mine
of Tiamat, and I guess Sam is going to be like, "That's unethical," and then
It's
do
dead,
something.
though.
Yeah, I know.
It's just-
I don't know what the conflict's going
It's
to be.
just a loot drop, bro.
I don't know what the conflict's going to be, but Thunderbolt Ross,
Yeah.
played by Harrison Ford, he's going to be Red Hulk, and he's the president in that movie. He's playing the president of the MCU's world, the
Yeah.
616. So I don't know what the confrontation's going to be.
I thought the plot was that he wanted to make Captain America like an official military rank.
I think he wants Captain America to go and do this unmoral thing, quote unquote, And Sam is like, what if we disagree? And then the president, he's like, yeah, but I'm the president, so do what I ask.
That makes me wonder, just...
That's a cool premise. I wanted to say that is a cool plot.
Since we never got like a standalone Falcon movie,
and this will be it.
We don't really know his like origin in terms of like... is he just a super soldier now? Did they give him the super soldier serum?
Not in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. In that show, he doesn't have the super serum or whatever, but in the trailer, it does look like he has super strength.
Because whenever he threw that table in the trailer, he threw that kind of
I think he's souped up now, but I don't know why or how. I was going to say,
I don't just want them to just be like, yeah, you should just know that. It's like, no, I want you to explain it.
They'll probably explain it during the movie because time has happened, things have happened.
There's a bit of a time gap.
Right. So,
and Bucky's not even in it, so he's probably doing something else.
And there's a new Falcon, so it's not Sam, it's the white guy. I don't know his name.
Yeah, he's also a Air Force pilot, I think.
Yeah.
But
that looks good.
He was sitting next to the guy that attacked the president.
He's basically going to be Falcon's Bucky.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or Sam's Bucky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't think it's his best friend, but also I don't know if Captain America's dead or not.
He is.
Is he dead?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
in 616.
I'm pretty sure they confirmed that. I
think he died
Falcon
of
and the
old
Winter
age.
Soldier.
Yeah. So he just died off screen. That kind of sucks.
Well, because remember, I only watched a little bit of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I watched about half. I watched about halfway. I liked it. I just stopped watching it.
I didn't care for it, but I still watched it.
Fair enough.
I think they mentioned that since Cap passed away, there's no one really to pick up the mantle of Captain America. So they were trying to find someone like a suitable candidate, and they got that one guy, and he was just a psychopath. That he wasn't like souped up or anything. He was just like very talented in the military, but he was also not very mentally stable.
Yeah,
and he's now the American soldier or whatever. He's not the American.
He's like something agent.
He's like, the U.S. agent, I think is what his name is.
Like something like that. Yeah.
That's a lame name.
Yeah, it is. But going back to
should have turned him into Agent Venom. That would have been cool.
Going back to the plot of Deadpool and Wolverine, there is a lot that has been retconned through like the Fox universe and the X-Men movies, as well as like Loki.
Yeah.
And the TVA and the multiverse. It's like this movie's messy. I don't care.
I don't think it retconned Loki. I think he was...
Well,
I feel like Deadpool and Wolverine were the first line of defense, and they succeeded. If they didn't succeed, it would have went to Loki.
I say that because I'm pretty sure, and correct me if I'm wrong, I've only seen the first season of Loki, but they explain a lot in that season. But they talk about Nexus events and then what's it called? What is it being? Something. It's like
an anchor being.
An anchor being. They say, if your anchor being dies in a universe, the whole universe decays. But it would have made more sense if it was like, if an anchor being dies when they aren't supposed to, then your universe dies. But they don't say that. They just say as soon as your anchor being dies, that's it for your universe. So like,
I think they meant if your anchor being dies, like not when they're supposed to, that's when the universe collapses.
I was going to say, because Logan died a while ago and the universe was still going.
Well, Paradox also said that it usually takes roughly 1,000 years for this kind of thing to...
Oh, yeah. That is true. But 1,000 years. But even still, like, with Deadpool, the Deadpool movie is taking place in the Fox universe, in the same universe as Logan. That's true. A retcon because of everything else that's happened. So, like I said, this movie is messy, but it's still it's just a good watch.
I think it was also supposed to be a spoof about the other Marvel movies because he does.
Oh, for sure.
He does reference how bad the other Marvel movies.
Calls out how terrible the multiverse thing has.
He says something about him being woke and whatnot.
Yeah.
What does he say? Yeah, there's a lot of fourth wall breaks, but what does he say right before he goes on the mission to find Wolverine? He does a fourth wall break. He like kind of skips over to the screen, turns the camera, and he's like, "Fuck you, Disney! I'm going to fuck you, Fox! I'm going to Disneyland or something like that."
He says like, "Suck it, Fox! I'm going to Disney World."
And he headbutts the camera.
It.
Yeah, I love the fourth wall break.
Give me a second. Suck it, Fox! Fuck yeah! Suck it, Fox! I'm going to Disney World.
Yeah, he just breaks it. Yeah, I know. But I had a lot of fun watching it, dude. Especially the first time I watched the movie, I could not stop grinning or laughing.
Yes, I was laughing the whole time.
Even if the story was kind of over the place, it was a very fun watch.
Even the story, like, yes, it's messy, but I thought it was It was good. It was good. But I will say the first time that I watched the movie, I didn't care a lot for Wolverine, which sucks because it's a
Really?
Wolverine we haven't seen.
I liked it.
I liked it. The second time I watched it, I was like, oh, okay, I feel more for this character. And I love Hugh Jackman
Yeah.
and his character and his acting in the movie. But the first watch, I was like, they didn't really give, like, of course he's there, but it doesn't really seem like he has a lot to do.
I feel like they should have showed more of his backstory.
I agree, because we just get that one scene of him in the bar, and then we get one scene
with him.
right, and then we
Yeah.
get one scene with Nova.
I was very confused on what happened because to me it just sounds like he said they all died, but he didn't explain how. He just like
He said like the humans, which I'm guessing the government,
Yes.
went mutant hunting and killed all the mutants. I don't know how, but
I would have thought it would have been cooler if he was the Wolverine that killed all the X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that one? I think it's like Wolverine kills the MCU or something.
is that the
like
one where he's crucified? Is that him?
I don't know, but one of them, Wolverine, is basically his mind gets. Someone puts a trick on his mind, so all the people, all the X-Men he sees look like the enemies.
Oh.
So he ends up killing them all, and then once the trick wears off, he realizes he slaughtered all the X-Men. And I thought that would have been a good Wolverine.
See,
to
what I
choose.
thought was this movie was going to be Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, that comic
that would have been funny.
He was
storyline
just
where he
gonna
goes and kills all
reset
the Fox.
everything.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I thought this movie was. Like I said earlier, like a reset. They were going to kill off all the old Fox characters, but keep Hugh Jackman's Wolverine,
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, Ryan Reynolds Deadpool, and then X-23, and then all the rest die. That's what I thought.
I
but it
don't want
didn't-
Evan Peters Quicksilver to die. I like him.
I don't know if he's coming back, man.
I want him to.
I mean, well, he's still alive in Deadpool's universe. He's still alive, unless he
He
died
is?
in one of the X-Men movies. I don't know, because he's in the second movie. Remember, they go to.
You're right.
They go
You're
to-
right.
yeah.
They go to the mansion and
They open the
have
door.
like a
There's
little
all the
cameo
characters. They just look, and then they slowly shut the door.
there. Yeah.
yeah. So I think he's still alive, unless he died in one of the other Fox X-Men movies. But I don't know. I haven't seen him.
But it was a younger X-Men team. It was with what's his name?
I think it was the Days of Future Past X-Men.
Yeah.
So unless something happened after that, I don't know.
Did he time travel?
I don't know.
I like when he's getting interviewed by Happy in the beginning.
I loved, yeah, and for that instance, I think that was the only instance that they were in the sacred timeline, which is Earth 616.
Yeah.
I think
which
it
is-
was, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the only time that they were in that
'Cause
timeline.
he had the watch on
Yeah.
him.
And I heard a lot of people hate on that too, and think that was a retcon because he had Cable's time watch or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck, but then he said that he destroyed it.
I
'Cause
think-
he was like,
I don't think he destroyed it. I think he just said he destroyed it.
But then later he has a TVA tablet thing where he can just.
Yeah.
I think what happened is he tried to go join the Avengers, and when he got rejected, he went back to his home and then destroyed the watch because he realized it wasn't going to go anywhere.
I thought he said that to Happy though. No, he said that as soon as he got to the TVA. He said that to Paradox. He was like, "Is this because I used Cable's watch? I did these things and then I destroyed it." That's what he said.
And they're
Paradox
like, no,
is
this
like, you
but that was
royally
after.
abused your timeline.
but no, this is not what that's about.
Is Paradox in Loki season 2 or is he a new character?
He's completely new.
Didn't Loki become like the father of time?
I don't
He
want to
became
know. Oh, I don't want to. I don't.
Have you not seen
No,
it?
I haven't seen season 2. I have
You need
not
to
seen
watch
season
it.
2. I want to, but I don't have Disney Plus.
I
wanna
have
watch
Disney
it.
Plus.
I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it.
I'm pretty
leaving
sure
with
you're on
something.
my Disney Plus.
I tried getting on
Okay.
it, but I guess I'll have to.
You have to watch it.
I
That's
know.
why I was talking about earlier, Loki being the second line of defense.
Yes,
I feel
okay,
like
okay.
if Cassandra, or whatever her name was,
Cassandra Nova.
succeeded and killed Wolverine and all them, Loki would have had to have stepped in.
Also,
You have to watch it to
I will.
understand what
I
I'm
will,
saying.
and I tried my best to this week, but Disney Plus wasn't working, and I was like, nah. I will be watching it though. Another thing that I thought was kind of bullshit is in the Void they have multiple variants pass through.
Mm-hmm.
In this movie, Cassandra says that a Doctor Strange variant was killed in the Void, and
Yes.
and she took his
Sling ring.
Sling ring.
But it had the time stone and the reality stone attached to it.
Did it?
Yeah.
I didn't
That's
see
why
that.
he was able to open it to the void.
Oh,
So he's able to time travel and warp reality wherever
See, I
he
didn't
wants
know
to
that.
go.
But however, in Loki season 1, they just kind of throw Infinity Stones out the window. They're like, they're paperweights. We have so many of them.
I hated that, but I also thought it was funny.
Yeah, I loved
like, what
it.
about the Infinity Stones? Oh, those are just
those little things?
Yeah.
The thing was, if the Infinity Stone was outside of their reality, they were completely obsolete.
See, that's the thing, though. If I'm saying, like, if one Doctor Strange died in the void, that was the only one with a sling ring? Like, if any other Doctor Strange died in the void and had a sling ring, any sorcerer, as a matter of fact, wouldn't they have an immediate out of the void when you're never supposed to be able to leave? So that's kind of a plot hole, in my opinion.
I think that's why the Infinity Stones were attached.
But the
But
Infinity
once they're
Stones don't
outside
mean
of their
anything.
reality,
Yeah.
they lose all like power.
But if it has the reality stone, where reality can be whatever you want it to be.
Also, I was like, is Cassandra Nova a sorcerer? Because how was she able to use a sling ring? I mean, granted, Ned Leeds was able to use a fucking sling ring.
I think
and-
if
I
you,
think
like-
it's a matter of concentration.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
just try hard enough.
fair enough. Well, yeah, because didn't Ned?
He
like,
did it. He was,
basically,
like-
summoned.
he was
He summoned the
concentrating.
Spider-Mans in that movie.
It took him a bunch of
Yeah.
tries, but he did
so
it.
I guess
He was
that's
like,
not. I guess that's not too far out then. Okay, but even still, like, more Doctor Strange or sorcerers would have had to die in the void. So like, where I feel like that was there for plot convenience. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree.
That's one of the things I mean, man. It's messy, but it's cool.
It upsets me that they
all right.
have the Infinity Stones attached to it, but they're not in their reality, so they shouldn't work.
Yeah. I
So
don't
if
know.
Strange opened a portal to the void, it should have been open to the void, but he wouldn't have been able to get back.
Yeah. So there's plot holes. There's holes.
Yeah.
Definitely. But I really love the movie.
I do too.
really do.
I thought it was
I don't
fantastic.
fucking care about the holes, man. I love it, dude. I was like, yeah, I could see but you already established this and that, but okay, sure. fine.
Maybe the holes
I'll-
are a critical
I'll
part
play
of the
ball.
story.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's like
Fuck it, yeah.
It's like yeah. I know you retcon this, but I'm fuck it. I'll play ball. Let's see where this goes.
I am glad that they kept Deadpool like in the MCU. Knowing he's in there now is awesome.
Yeah.
I love that they're taking, because they can just take the good movies and put them into the MCU now and be like, yeah, these might be stinkers, but we have all these great things, you know.
These characters are canon now.
And I like that because now we have the opportunity to see Spider-Man and Deadpool, Wolverine and Spider-Man.
I would love to see Spidey and Deadpool interact, because aren't they like best friends in the comics?
Yeah,
They get
have a
along
really
really
good.
well.
They have a really
Yeah.
good relationship, and so does Spider-Man and Wolverine.
Yeah.
And they have the opportunity to do this now, and so does Daredevil and Spider-Man, which I hope Daredevil is in the next Spider-Man.
Doesn't Daredevil have Punisher have a relationship with Spider-Man also?
I think so. Spider-Man just gets along with everyone, dude.
He's just a
love
friendly
that.
neighborhood Spider-Man.
I love that.
He also scores mad puss.
Spider-Man.
He's got so many bitches on speed dial. Are you kidding me?
Not Tom Holland.
His-
Nobody knows him anymore.
Not that
So-
one. Just I'm talking about comic book one.
Oh yeah.
He's got so many bitches on speed dial. Holy
Did
shit!
you guys see? I think I saw something about Jenna Ortega potentially playing Black Cat in the new Spider-Man movie. I don't know if that's true, but how do we feel about that? I'm gonna be very pissed if they bring Zendaya back.
I hate Zendaya. I'm just gonna say that right now.
I like Zendaya.
I do not like Zendaya.
But I hope that she doesn't come back because that's gonna undo everything that No Way Home did for Spider-Man.
They better bring back.
It took it took like 4 or 5 movies to get Spider-Man where he should have been in the
Yeah,
first
from
place.
the very beginning.
Which I like. I like that we have all of this shit leading up to where he's supposed to be because it's like his younger years. But even still,
Yeah.
it's like it took you for fucking ever to get to where you should be.
I don't even think Tom Holland is in like another Spider-Man contract.
No, they're doing Spider-Man 4, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be a trilogy as well.
I feel like if they make another Spider-Man movie, I feel like instead of MJ, it should be Gwen Stacy as
I agree
introduced.
entirely.
And
feel like-
I know who I want to play her.
Who?
Do you ever watch Wednesday?
Yeah, no. I know who you're talking about though.
Emma Myers.
the happy girl.
Yeah, Emma Myers. To me, that looks exactly like Gwen Stacy.
I can see that.
Haley Seinfeld can't play her though. Is that her name? Haley Seinfeld.
I think so. I feel like she'd make a good Gwen Stacy.
I mean, she could,
Or
but she's in
Sydney
616.
Sweeney.
She's in 616 with Tom Holland though, so she can't.
Oh, I'm talking about Emma
she's
Myers.
she's the new Hawkeye. So.
Not Haley. I'm talking about Emma Myers.
Emma Myers, yeah, she could be a good one. Sydney Sweeney was in Madam Web, and I hope to God that's not canon. I never saw Madam Web, but
I didn't either. It performed worse than what's the movie with Jared Leto?
Joker?
No.
Or Morbius?
Morbius. It performed so much worse than Morbius.
I watched
they need to learn.
Elvis the Alien review Madam Web.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson,
And
old man?
These two movies were just like oversaw by Sony.
Yeah.
So Marvel didn't really
watched
have an input on this.
Elvis the Alien review this movie, and in the beginning there's like a forest full of spider people,
which was awful.
It's like a tribe of ancient like Aztec looking people that
Like
have
literal Spider-Man.
They have like Spider-Man powers, but their suits are just like these red ropes tied around them.
There's literally sticks. They hand wove these sticks together to look like the Spider-Man suit.
Well, I'm in a foul mood now.
And then the bad guy, his name's like Ezekiel. He like wants to harvest it because it's like the spider is not a genetically altered spider. It's just a spider that can be found in those woods that can do that.
No, that goes against the founding.
It's like you're missing the plot of what made Spider-Man Spider-Man.
Yeah, it was a radioactive test subject spider.
And I'm all for different variations of Spider-Man, but I want the backstory to be somewhat similar. Like, I want it to be the radioactive spider. It can be a different person.
Yeah.
That's fine, but I feel like it needs to be...
It needs the Spider-Man origin.
It needs the oomph and the oomph to come together to make a good Spider-Man.
I do not want them... I don't want the MCU to do a Spider-Verse.
No?
I don't want to see... It would be cool to see Madam Web eventually in like a better capacity than what we got.
I think they're going to scrap Madam
But
Web.
I would love
that's another thing.
I would love for them to continue with Tom Holland Spider-Man and make him a street level hero, how he is in the comics, and leave all the multiversal shit to the other characters. Because Spider-Man's already been in Endgame, Infinity War. He's been with Iron Man, he's been with all these other characters.
Now
he needs to be alone.
He needs to be friendly
his
neighborhood.
Exactly.
Soul hero.
That's what I'm saying. Like putting Daredevil in the next Spider-Man movie would be fucking awesome because he's gonna be like, I don't know anybody. I don't like and then Daredevil.
He's alone.
Daredevil's gonna be like, he's probably not gonna remember him though. He's probably gonna be like,
he doesn't know that Spider is Peter Parker. He knows Spider-Man exists. He just doesn't.
No,
know
he's
his
not gonna
identity.
know. He's not.
People know Spider-Man. They don't know Peter Parker.
So then Matt Murdock, the lawyer, would know that Spider-Man or Peter Parker was his client. No.
This took place prior to Strange erasing everyone's memory.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So at the end of the movie, everyone forgets Peter Parker exists, but they don't forget Spider-Man exists. So it adds that level of mystique. Because remember, at the end of Far From Home, Mysterio revealed that Peter Parker was Spider-Man. And the whole plot of No Way Home was Peter wanted to fix it. But he wanted to be like, but wait, can you make sure all these people know?
He kept interjecting.
And Strange is like, can you shut the fuck up for a minute while I concentrate?
Yeah.
Like, please.
But after that, Matt Murdock knew Peter Parker was Spider-Man and took him on as a client. So Matt Murdock would know that Spider-Man was his client, right? Or am I not?
No. It removes
Matt Murdock's interaction with Peter took place prior
to Strange.
Peter interacting with Strange to erase everyone's memory.
Because remember,
yes.
Because remember,
okay, fuck, I'm stupid.
They're wanting they're wanting to put Spider-Man on trial for murder. Of Mysterio, and he's like, "Don't worry, I can get you out of the situation."
Yeah,
and then it doesn't really lead anywhere. So he goes to Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange's like, "Yeah, I can do that, no problem."
Okay,
but then he keeps trying to add all these specific criteria to it, and he's like, That's not how this works. Quit changing shit. While
everyone or no one.
Yeah,
you can't
like quit
compromise.
changing shit while I'm trying to concentrate, and he keeps adding stuff, and it fucks the spell up and causes what we see.
Okay,
punches a hole in the multiverse.
Yeah.
Back to Deadpool and Wolverine. We keep going.
No, I was going to say, you brought up something about Madam Web. I forgot she's blind, but at the end of the movie, she becomes blind. And they're like, "How are you see?" And she's like, "Oh, I can already see you." And I was like, "Okay, this is
okay." Now, at this point, being blind is just a quirk. Okay, yeah.
She's
Have you-
blind?
It's just quirky.
Yeah, she's blind.
Yeah, in the comic book, she has like a wraps around her eyes and shit, and she always sits at a fucking spider throne, and she can see everything. It's
I don't
her
like
thing.
this character.
She can see like
She's
the
cool
web,
in
she
the
can see like the
comics,
webs
like-
of reality in terms of spider people.
She's kind of like the Watcher, but for spider people.
I don't like that. I don't
But
like this character.
Deadpool and Wolverine, what would you guys give it? Like out of a, again, let's keep it like out of a 5, like 1 to 5. 1 being really bad, 5 being fucking awesome.
I'd give it a 4.5.
I'd say 4.9 out of 5.
I'm gonna give it a 5. I fucking love it.
I'd say 4.5 because it's a fantastic movie. There are some things I didn't like,
Yeah.
but they weren't enough to ruin the movie for me. Mostly just the villain. I didn't care for the villain. I thought she was pretty fucking lame. Because it was like she helped them escape, and then she's like, "Okay, well, surprise! I'm actually going to destroy the universe of everything except the void."
I think that was already premeditated, though. I think she was like, "Okay, that's a means to an end. I'll help you out so I can get out."
Yeah, but she liked it in the void. She
But
didn't
what
wanna
doesn't
leave.
make sense, also, however, but like, dude, she had the fucking sling ring already. Why didn't she just leave
She didn't
by
want
herself?
to.
But okay,
At
okay.
that point, she liked the void until
Oh, I guess
the-
they told him. They
the
told
guy
her.
that made a deal with her, like stabbed her in the back, and
Okay.
she was like, "Okay, you know
You're
what?
right.
Fuck you."
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had like a deal where it's like, if you just leave me alone or whatever.
If you clean up my trash, the void is yours.
It's like if you leave me alone, I won't come and do stuff. And then they tried to stab her in the back, and she was like, "Okay, scorched earth."
you pissed on my side of the fence.
Scorched earth. I like the part where I forget what she said. She's like, "I'm going to kill you, and then I'm going to flick my bean to."
Some
like a band.
musician or
Yeah.
something like that. And then Deadpool's like,
Why are
"That
you
musician?
like this?
I wish I knew. Yeah.
He's just like, "Why are you?"
There
like
are so
this?
many
I
qu-
wish I knew.
There are so many quotable moments in this movie, dude. And I know Deadpool humor is like hit or miss. It's very raunchy, very fourth wall breaking, very meta. Like, I get it. Like, it's not for everybody, but I don't know.
I'd say
The
a lot
jokes
of-
were so,
They all hit.
they were fresh. Yeah. And Deadpool used like, what is it? Gen Z humor? Like, I don't want
Let
the
this
smoke-
man cook.
Let this man cook.
Yeah.
Is
I don't
that
know.
is that Gen Z or is that the new generation?
I think
I'd say it's the new generation.
Because Deadpool says like, "Let this man cook." He says, "I don't want the smoke." He says, "Yeah." He says all
It's the
these
chronically
other things.
online generation. Yeah.
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 I don't remember what generation that is.
I mean, those hit. I mean, it
I
was
call
funny.
them Zoomers.
Zoomers.
Something like that. Sure. Let's go with that and call it a day. But overall, I thought it was a great movie, and I hope that Marvel keeps it up with movies that are like this.
Movies that are good.
Movies that are good.
I will say there's probably going to be like a problem sometime soon where they bring back old characters, regardless if the plot's good. They'll just get butts in seats because these characters are coming back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Hugh Jackman coming back, of course that was going to get people to go see a movie, and
Because
it's
he's
another
like
Deadpool
the
movie,
only
so.
good Wolverine. Like,
I mean, he's been the only Wolverine.
well,
so
that's what I
far.
mean. It's like he's so used to it that people can only see Wolverine as Hugh Jackman.
I just
He
hope
is Wolverine. just
he
like
is the
Ryan
X-Men,
Reynolds
man.
Is
He is the
Deadpool,
X-Men.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's no one else built for that role.
Like, whenever I say Wolverine, who do you think of?
Hugh Jackman.
Daniel Radcliffe. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Hugh
Yeah,
Jackman.
exactly. It's just because he's been it for what, like 20-something years?
Yeah,
I think he's
it was
been in
20 years.
11 movies now.
Yeah.
Over the span of like what, 20-something years? So yeah,
Something.
he's,
Those are
Yeah,
some
yeah.
jammies. It only took 20 fucking
20
years.
fucking years. I love how Wolverine just straight up asked Deadpool, "Have you ever been diagnosed with ADHD?" He's like, he goes, eating his spam over there,
I have been diagnosed with several STDs.
which were probably caused by ADHD. And I also like how Wolverine just drinks straight up rubbing alcohol.
Oh yeah, fuck that liver.
Yeah, Deadpool's like,
yeah.
"Oh yeah, wait, no, yeah, fuck that liver." I love
It's
this
a really
movie, dude.
good movie.
Go-
oh, whiskey dick of the claws, I see.
Whiskey dick in the claws. I see.
Oh, you nicked the tip with your little steak knife.
How long was I asleep? Not all of you was asleep.
Not
What did
yet.
you say?
I'm
He
not
was like,
done.
He was like, there's 104 bones in the human body, 105 if I'm watching
I think
Golden
it's-
Girls.
Yeah, it's like 207.
So, yeah, something like that.
207 bones in the body. 208.
If I'm watching Golden Girls or something like that.
It was some old show like that.
If it's
yeah.
Golden Girls, that would have been even better because they're all old.
Or
But
whenever he had the Wolverine claws, he's like, I am so wet right now.
Oh, dude! I forgot to mention that part. I fucking love the opening, like I mentioned at the beginning of the episode. But seeing Deadpool with Dead Wolverine's fucking claws, that was like full fan service, dude. I was like, yes.
Gauntlets
It's like,
stuff.
yes,
he was
dude.
like, I don't know how to use these, and he had the two dudes.
He kept stabbing himself. And
He's like, Wolverining is hard.
and then he starts shit about it, so he pulls out the sword and.
He doesn't say anything. The guy talks to him and he doesn't say anything, pulls out a sword, throws it on the ground, and it bounces up and hits him in the fucking face or the mouth.
Yeah.
I love that.
Keep my country's name out your fucking mouth. And my sword.
It was a G.I. Jane joke. I'm going to. Dude.
I wonder how Will Smith felt about that.
About what?
About the joke.
I actually didn't catch that. I didn't
Really?
catch that. No, I didn't. That's what you were referencing?
That's what it was referencing. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't catch it.
I didn't either.
I did
Really?
I did catch this joke the second time around.
Okay.
When they first meet Nice Pool in the Void. No. It was right before, whenever they were on the what are the giant robots called in X-Men? What are they
The
called?
Sentinels?
Sentinels, yeah. They were riding on the Sentinel's leg, and then it landed. And Deadpool goes, "What you thinking about?" And then he tries to get up, and he's like, "Almost done." He's like, "Almost done."
I'm
And
not
this
done
Wolverine's like, "Done with what?" And he's like, "Getting my knife out of your buttocks."
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Get my pants out of your mind or out of your head or something."
Yeah.
And then he says, "Oh, I'm telling Blake." Blake Lively is his wife, Ryan Reynolds' wife, and he.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a quick joke. He said, "I'm telling Blake." After he gets up,
I
yeah,
thought that
it was
part
funny.
was like, what you thinking about?
He's like, "What you thinking about?" I love this movie. Go see it.
You must
Go see it.
You must watch
I
this
cannot
movie.
recommend it enough. It's one of the better Marvel movies that have come out.
I think it's
Yes.
actually the only MCU movie coming out this year.
Well, it's the best one.
Yeah, it is.
Really?
Yeah, this is the only MCU movie coming out this year. I think they took
I
a
miss
fucking
when
break.
they would do movies like 3 times a year.
I'm glad they're not. They're going back to that formula next year, because next year we have Captain America, Brave New World, the Thunderbolts, and then Fantastic Four.
The Thunderbolts are like,
Basically like an Avengers cast with all of the side characters.
but for like they work for the government.
I
or
think
this woman that
it's
does.
called the Thunderbolts. So I'm thinking Thunderbolt Ross will be the leader, which is the president in the MCU. I don't know. That makes sense though if they work for the government.
Yeah.
But this team has a very random lineup. It's
Yeah.
got the Winter Soldier, and I don't even think that's his name anymore.
I
I don't even think it's a White Wolf anymore. He was the White Wolf for like 2 seconds, bro.
What if it's just Bucky?
I think
but
it's just gonna be Bucky.
It's got Bucky in it. It's got what's her name? Yelena
Yep,
from
Yelena
Hawkeye.
from
That's
Hawkeye.
Black Widow's sister. And then it's got Red Guardian, which is their dad.
It's gonna have the U.S. agent guy.
U.S. agent. It's gonna have Taskmaster in it. And
It's
I
gonna have
think there's one more that I'm forgetting.
purple mask trench coat guy that tried to destroy.
Oh, Zemo.
Zemo.
Baron Zemo. I
Yep.
like Baron Zemo.
I do too.
But yeah, I mean that movie's. I hope it's good. Those
I do
all
too. I
all
hope
3
it's
of those
gonna be
movies
good.
sound good. Like Fantastic Four sounds awesome. Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. I don't know about that.
I don't know how to feel about the Fantastic Four that's coming out.
I think Joseph Quinn is going to be a good Human Torch. I don't know much about Sue Storm's actor or the Thing's actor. I don't.
He
know
was
much
really
about them.
good in Andor.
Andor.
Yes.
Star Wars.
Star Wars. He was great. He's a good actor.
Yeah.
Who?
But I mean, I have high hopes.
The guy that's playing the rock guy in Fantastic
I don't
Four.
know who he is.
I think
Did you watch Andor?
No.
I don't know the actor's name.
I think John Krasinski was a good Reed Richards.
What was the character's name? Do you know?
I do not. Fuck.
I do not know.
I'm not a real Star Wars fan.
Was it
I don't know every little
Was
detail.
it the main character? Or was it Andy Serkis?
I think
Andy Serkis?
Andy Serkis is an Andor apparently.
He's in the MCU as well. He's dead, but he was in there.
He played Ulysses Claw.
Yeah. Now he's Alfred in the Batman, and that's pretty cool, I think.
It's weird.
He was
but
also
it's cool.
Caesar.
No, it wasn't Andy Serkis.
No, it wasn't.
It was somebody. But anyways, I don't know about those movies, but new Captain America looks good. Fantastic Four is lining up to be pretty good, I think, and Thunderbolts, I don't know. So
And Doomsday.
Avengers Doomsday,
Yeah.
and then Avengers Secret Wars, I think, is the sixth one. That one's probably going to be fucking awesome.
Speaking of Secret Wars,
Oh?
I want to know why Thor was crying over Wade.
Why was Thor crying?
I don't.
I think it's involved in
Quick, tell
Secret
me.
Wars. I think they've
Really?
secretly finished filming that movie and they have it somewhere in a vault.
I don't know.
I was gonna say that didn't look like Ryan Reynolds though. Whenever I saw
I think
it,
it was.
Yeah, it was Ryan Reynolds.
was it?
It was just, half of his face was covered in the mask.
I was
so-
gonna say it took me a minute to realize that was Chris Hemsworth. It didn't look like him at first, but then as I looked, I'm like, oh, that's him.
And I don't think Ryan was dying in that moment. I think he was milking it. It's something Deadpool would do.
Probably.
That's
Because he
very-
was caressing Thor's face.
That's very meta, though, because in Thor Ragnarok, they have a whole play about Thor the Dark World. And they're like milking it out. That scene where Loki's dying, they
like-
milk it out.
He's like, erect a statue of me. Yes, it'll be the biggest statue.
yeah, yeah.
Make sure it
I
has
love
the
that.
big horns on it. He's like,
Yeah.
they'll have the biggest horns.
Biggest horns. I love it. Love. But it looks like the MCU is going in a good direction. I think they're slowing down on the TV shows and they're focusing on
Knight season 2.
I do too.
Focusing
I
on-
love Moon Knight.
I did too.
good movies and TV shows.
Moon Knight kicked ass.
I would love for them, since they introduced Jake Lockley in the season finale of season 1 of Moon Knight, I hope that they either give Moon Knight a movie or an MA-rated
TV show.
season.
Yeah.
Because now that they have Deadpool in the MCU and it's R-rated, like the floodgates are open. They
Like
can
Disney can now do really
Dude,
vulgar
I
R-rated
remember
movies.
I'm pretty sure it's Daredevil, the Netflix show. There is like that show is already really brutal, but the same actor that plays Kingpin, there's a scene where he's like going to town on a dude's head with a car door, and it like busts out. Like it's very graphic. It like
man.
busts open and shit. He just doesn't stop slamming the door on his head. That's the kind of shit that I want to see in Daredevil Born Again and
Yeah.
in a season 2 of Moon Knight.
Yes.
Because they're holding Moon Knight back as a character.
I agree.
So
I agree.
hopefully they'll fix it by introducing Jake Lockley and giving him a MA rating and do some mature shit with him.
Isn't Jake Lockley like
It's his most
a
violent.
deranged
It's his most
psychopath?
violent like personality. Yeah.
It's his
And
third
Khonshu,
one, right?
like that's his favorite version of
Probably.
Moon Knight.
Because he's bloodthirsty.
Yeah.
right?
because
Like a-
Khonshu
like
wants
Jack the Ripper.
justice,
Yeah.
even if it means murder. And Steven and Mark
Yeah.
are more like on the side of like, no, we don't need to kill.
I like Steven.
But Jake's like, bring it on, bring
Oh,
it
yeah.
on.
Bring it on. Where's the danger, son?
Where's the danger, son? Bring it on.
Bring
it on.
Rip and tear.
Well, boys, do you have anything else to say about the movie? I know, audience, we were a bit all over the place. I apologize.
Like
we are
the Deadpool
passionate.
movie.
We are passionate about Marvel.
Marvel.
And we're just now tapping into a topic that us three are
Very passionate.
very
about.
passionate about, and it will happen again.
Yes, it will.
It will happen again. But this was kind of a loose review, loose chat about Deadpool and Wolverine. Go check it out, okay? I think there's someone at the door.
Did you fucking hear that?
Yeah, there's somebody.
Well,
Well,
I think that'll do it for us.
How long have we been going for?
about an hour and 7.
Are you okay with this?
Yeah, why?
You're boss man.
Yeah, but like, why would I not be okay with this?
I don't know.
You're boss man.
Yeah, you're boss man. What you say goes.
I mean, this is fine.
Okay,
I
good.
thought it was a natural conclusion. I didn't care how long the episode was. I just wanted to talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You're happy
Yeah.
with the
I
conversation?
think it's
Okay.
Are you guys happy with the conversation?
I am.
Do you want to talk about the movie anymore? You think we missed anything
I
else?
think we're good. Don't you have a thing to do anyway?
I do have a thing to do, but I mean, we have a couple of minutes.
I'll say, what time do you have to do your thing?
6.
Okay. So
No
you-
later than that.
You've got time, but I mean, I really don't have anything else to say. I've said my piece. The movie kicked ass. I really liked it. I wouldn't mind going and see it again, but I had a woman who wanted to spend time. She's like, "Hey, quit ignoring me. Please spend time with me." And I was like, "All right, I guess.
Fine.
I guess."
I'll give you
I
your
guess-
one get together.
You get one. Everybody gets one.
I guess before we end the episode, Kagan, do we want to talk a little bit about this is the first of hopefully many bonus episodes that will come out on our off week. So when we don't have an episode scheduled. So normally we have an episode every 2 weeks on Wednesdays. This episode will be coming out like very soon on an off week. So hopefully this will be the first. This will be the first of many bonus episodes that we have.
Kind of like an appetizer.
And they're going to be very geared towards movie, TV shows.
That's what we should call the bonus episodes, Yappetizers.
Yappetizers.
Wow, that's awesome.
We will
That was a
consult.
neuron activation moment.
We will consult. We will consult Adam, our title manager.
Yeah,
I'm
sure he's
over
gonna
titles and
slobber
shit.
all over.
He'll be like, "Oh my
too.
god!"
But I think we can say we have more in store. Kagan and I definitely have a couple planned. We won't mention what they are now, but they are October and Halloween related and themed. So,
which I'm very excited for.
Keep an eye out for that. Okay.
And I bought a webcam recently, so we want to get into the aspect of showing face and not just being a still image, because I don't know about y'all, but when I watch a YouTube video, I want there to be something on the screen other than just a still image. If you're like driving or listening to it, that's different, but not everyone's just gonna do that. Like some people like to actually see the conversation happen. Right. So I bought a webcam today. I'm gonna test it out, and then we're going to basically see how that goes, and we're going to try to get into the aspect of facial stuff.
We're going to do facials. That's what Kagan's trying to say.
Yeah, soon.
All we can say right now is we've got some things cooking. We're planning things. There's a lot coming up. That's all we're going to say for now.
Yeah.
That is all that's all we got for now.
We're trying to make moves.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good shit in store. With that being said, again, go see the movie. It's awesome.
You must watch this movie.
I love it. Go see it. I don't even think you have to be a Marvel fan to go see it. Go see it. It's funny. Okay?
It's very
funny. Good.
Watch it. And with that, we be out of here.
Adios.
Bye-bye.
Bye.